Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Casey saw all the games, knew the players by their first names, told the umpire he was wrong all along, good and strong. When the score was just 2-2, Casey knew what to do, just to cheer up the boys she knew. She made the gang sing this song. Take me out to the ball game, take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Greetings, folks, and welcome to live coverage of postseason baseball. A Orioles Birdwatcher channel special, folks. We are now entering October. It is still technically September, but October baseball is here, folks. And here on the Birdwatcher channel, we're going to be covering the wild card round featuring the Chicago Cubs taking on the San Diego Padres. We're here for Game 1 of this wild card series at Wrigley Field in Chicago, Illinois. How you doing, everybody? It's your old pal, the Birdwatcher here. People call me BW for short, and that works for me. Well, if you're not a fellow Birdwatcher, you might be wondering, why am I doing this game? Well, the Orioles season is over. We don't have a horse in the race in October, but the channel moves on, and I want to follow a couple of these teams and see how they do here in October. I do come from a background growing up as a kid. The Orioles always number one. There is no close second, but if I had to pick a second team, it is the Chicago Cubs. Very simple. I grew up with WGN on my cable TV. Got to watch Harry Carey call games. Fell in love listening to Harry and watching day games at Wrigley Field. It was a vibe in the late 80s and into the mid-90s. That was kind of my heyday during my school years. Oftentimes I would skip out of school a little bit early so I can get home to watch the Cubs play. So I do like the Cubs. Obviously, if the Cubs and Orioles ever met in the World Series, I'll have to root against the Cubs. No question about it. But otherwise, I do like the Cubs. The Padres, meanwhile, I felt like this was a good series to cover because being an Orioles channel, an Orioles fan, I felt like, well, if there's any team out there that's kind of representing the Orioles the most, it would be the Padres with the trade that we made with the team at the deadline, Ramon Laureano and Ryan O'Hearn going to San Diego, and both doing pretty well out there in the last couple of months. But I just found out something about 5 minutes before going on the air, which is Ramon Laureano is not playing in this series. Ramon Laureano is out with an injury. I can't remember what the injury is. It is, he's on the 10-day DL. I can tell you that. He's not in the lineup today. A fractured finger. He broke his finger a few days ago against the Brewers. It happened on this past Wednesday. So there you go. No Laureano in this series, and perhaps not for the entire postseason. Laureano says he wants to work his way back. Obviously, part of it depends on how deep the Padres can go, and the other part is how realistic a time frame to recover from a broken finger with just, 2 or 3 weeks of postseason here to go. We'll see, but Ryan O'Hearn is in the lineup for the Padres today as a designated hitter. But, yeah, I think that pretty much tips the scales for me. I'm going to be rooting on the Cubs. I'm just going to be transparent about it. I'm rooting for the Cubs. Why not? I'm rocking their colors today. We're at Wrigley Field, day baseball. Apparently the weather is fantastic. 75 degrees, sunny skies. Good time for baseball in the afternoon at Wrigley Field. So today's pitching matchup for Game 1, Nick Pivetta will be on the mound for the Padres. He's been their best starter this season, putting up better numbers than Dylan Cease even, with a 13-5 record, a 2.87 ERA, struck out 190 batters on the season, and had a whip under 1, 0.99 on the whip. Pivetta was a free agent pitcher that was sitting out there this past winter. A lot of teams looking to add pitching to their, to strengthen their rotations, and the Orioles were one of those teams. And Pivetta wasn't signed until pretty late on. One of the last remaining names out there, really. And I think part of the reason why teams weren't, say what you want about Pivetta. He has had a reputation in his career for being kind of hit or miss. When he's on, he can be quite good, but he's also had tendencies to be very, very hittable. But he's put together a really nice season. But, yeah, part of the deal, if you signed Pivetta, you had to give up a compensation pick, one of those free agents with a compensation pick attachment if you sign him. So if you signed him like the Padres did, you lost a pick. But I think the Padres are very happy with bringing in Pivetta. 13-5 record, a sub-3 ERA, a sub-1 whip, and just under 200 strikeouts on the season. A fine year for him indeed. For the Cubs, it'll be the left-hander Matthew Boyd. He's been their most consistent pitcher in the rotation this season, a record of 14-8, a 3.21 ERA, and a whip of 1.09. He has 154 strikeouts on the season. So there you have it. The right-hander Pivetta against the lefty Boyd. I had the team stats. So I'm looking a little closely at this matchup, and I'm saying to myself, I think the Cubs, clearly they have the home field advantage. They have a better record than the Padres, just by 2 games. But the Cubs look like they're pretty even with the Padres in terms of pitching, but definitely have an advantage when it comes to offense. The Padres have scored 702 runs on the season. The Cubs have scored 91 additional runs, 793. And a lot of that has to do with the home run ball. The Cubs are near the top of the National League in home runs with 223 on the season, while the Padres are near the bottom with just 152. That is a difference of 40 points in the team's slugging percentage. The Cubs at 430 as a team, Padres at 390. But on base percentage, the Padres can hit. They actually have a higher average than the Cubs on base percentage, 1 point higher. But yeah, and the other thing is stealing. I don't have these total steals in front of me, but the Cubs are among the leaders in that department as well. They've got some base stealers on the team. I believe 4 guys with 20 or more steals. In fact, there they are in the lineup today. Nico Horner, Kyle Tucker, Pete Crow Armstrong, Dansby Swanson, all with 20 or more steals. For the Padres, they've only got a couple of guys who can say that. Xander Bogaerts, who's on 20 exactly, and Fernando Tatis Jr. So there you have it. I think the Cubs are going to win this series based on home field advantage and the fact that these two teams look pretty evenly matched in terms of pitching and defense. But the Cubs, I think, have the advantage with the offense. They steal bases and they hit home runs. Those can come in handy, folks. Look at how gorgeous that skyline is at Wrigley Field right now. Absolutely stunning. Folks, you can't beat a neighborhood ballpark. The only thing I don't like about Wrigley Field these days, and I guess it's been a few years, I was not tuning in, I guess, whenever they upgraded, and I use that term loosely, but when they put those giant scoreboards in the outfield there above the bleachers, cutting off a lot of the view of the neighborhood row houses and such beyond the ballpark there, kind of lowers the overall look of the venue, if you ask me. But hey, it's still a nice place to watch a ball game. All right, here are the starting lineups. For the San Diego Padres, they'll be up to hit first. The road team, Fernando Tatis Jr. will lead off and play right field. Luis Ariz is at first base batting second. Manny Machado will hit third and play third. Jackson Merrill is the cleanup hitter in center field. Xander Bogaerts, the shortstop, will bat fifth. Ryan O'Hearn, turn and burn. The former Oriole will DH and bat sixth. Gavin Sheets in the lineup against the lefty. You have to feel that is probably where Laureano would slot in if he were healthy. But Sheets is in there, batting seventh, playing left. Jake Cronenworth, the second baseman, will hit eighth. And is it Freddie Fermin or Felix Fermin? I always get these mixed up. Yeah, Freddie. Should have gone with my gut. Freddie Fermin, the catcher, batting ninth for the Padres. Once again, for San Diego, it's Tatis Jr., Ariz, Machado, Merrill, Bogaerts, O'Hearn, Sheets, Cronenworth, and Fermin. For the Cubs, Michael Busch will lead off and play first base. Nico Horner at second base will bat second. Ian Happ, the switch-hitting outfielder, in left field, hitting third. Kyle Tucker, soon to be a big free agent. He's DHing and doing the cleanup hitting. Seiya Suzuki is in right field, batting fifth. Is it Carson Kelly, right? The catcher, batting sixth. Pete Crow Armstrong will hit seventh and play center field. He is a pleasure to watch out there. Dansby Swanson, the shortstop, will hit eighth, and Matt Shaw will play third base and bat ninth. The Cubs lineup this season has been very set. Kelly, the catcher, and Shaw, the third baseman, batting ninth. The only two batters in the lineup with under 500 at-bats. This is a true everyday lineup, and the Cubs have had the benefit of staying healthy. All these batters in this lineup have had their fair share of bats. Shaw at third base. He's sort of getting worked into the team as an everyday player. Just under 400 at-bats, but I would expect to see this same lineup throughout this series and throughout most of the postseason. The Padres, on the other hand, again, if Laureano were healthy, I'd have to think Gavin Sheets probably sits, doesn't normally face lefties, so they got a bit of a platoon there. Otherwise, yeah, pretty set lineup as well, I think. I don't really know these benches of these two teams too well, but I guess we'll find out more about that as this series kicks off. Again, the Cubs, they finished with the 4th seed, and the Padres the 5th seed in the National League bracket. Both teams finishing in second place in their respective divisions. Both teams coming in on a 3-game win streak, sweeping their opponents in the final series of the season. The Padres swept the Diamondbacks over the weekend, while the Cubs swept their bitter rival St. Louis Cardinals. Again, the weather is perfect here at the ballpark, 75 degrees, no threat of any bad weather. Don't know what the wind is like, which is always a factor here at Wrigley. Hopefully it's blowing out so we can see some home run balls. Home plate umpire today is Eric Backus. Of course, now that we're in the postseason, it's a 6-man umpiring crew. I guess you can't say man anymore, right? Because we have a lady amongst the umps. A 6-person umpiring crew? It sounds weird to say. I don't know. Either way, Eric Backus is behind the plate. Corey Blazer at first. DJ Rayburn at second. Todd Tiekner at third. If I'm butchering these names, don't worry about it. Left field line, Mike Muklinski. And in the right field line, Ben May. All right. According to my watch, this game should be getting started here within a minute or two. Sure hope so, because I don't have a whole lot to go over. I am covering 2 teams that I am not, this is not the team I follow. I follow the Orioles, folks. Hey, that's okay. Charm City Chat. How you guys doing? I'm afraid to look. We've got 17 people here. 17. We'll see how it goes. I'll go ahead and let you guys know if this call today yields a very, very small turnout. I might punt the rest of this wild card round. Just to let you know, because if you are new or you are depending on me to cover this entire series, I'd like to, but I have to keep it real here, folks. These games start just after 2 a.m. my time. I just wrapped up a very long and tough season covering Oriole games. And my body says, I want to take a break. My brain says, you got to keep going. But if the turnout is very, very poor, I think it would be in my best interest to maybe take a little bit of time off. I think I've earned it. I hope that's not the case. So, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4... 5 lefty bats in the Padre lineup to face the lefty starter, Matthew Boyd. That's a lot. More lefties than righties. Charm City Chat. Oh, yeah, there is a game on right now. Guardians and Tigers. Detroit with a 2-1 lead. Tarek Skubal is doing Tarek Skubal things, it would appear. That is... why having an ace like that means so much. You get to this time of year, you get that first playoff game, you want that stud pitcher on the mound to shut the other team down and not put too much pressure on your own offense. Just scratch a couple of runs across and let the pitcher carry you the rest of the way. We're ready for baseball, folks. First pitch is grounded off to the left foul by Tatis. And, they just kind of started the game without a whole lot of pomp and circumstance. Tatis, right-handed batter, looks at a pitch for ball 1. Padres are wearing their road gray pinstripes with the yellow and brown trim, and the Cubs wearing their classic home white and pinstripes, blue and red trim. Swing and a miss on a changeup, low and away from Boyd. It's 1-2 on Fernando Tatis Jr. I'll get the scoreboard with the balls and strikes up here in just a moment. Next pitch is taken low. The count is 2-2. Hopefully we won't be spoiled by the balls and strikes graphic. Might be one pitch ahead. That pitch is low. It's a full count on Tatis to lead off the ball game. In fact, I'm pretty sure it is 1 pitch ahead. That would suck. Yep. I already know the outcome of this at bat. Let's make sure this is up to live. Here is a chopper. A big bounce to short. Swanson will throw to first in time. And yes, my live button was just slightly behind. Hopefully that will get me caught up. All right, so Tatis grounds out to shortstop to begin the ball game. Luis Arraez is up next. He's had another good season with the batting average at .292. Left-handed hitter, and he takes ball 1. Arraez, the pure definition of a contact hitter, slap hitter. 1-0 is fouled away off to the right. Sort of a player from a bygone era. Is Luis Arraez. Here's the panoramic shot of the ballpark, and yep. Wrigley Field, folks. I've never been there. It'll be one of my big regrets if I never do. That pitch fouled away by Arraez. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. 1 out, nobody on, just getting started here at Wrigley between the Cubs and Padres. Boyd's next pitch has popped up into left field. It'll be caught out there by Happ for out number 2. Matthew Boyd logged 179 2/3 innings this season, which is a lot more than he's been pitching in previous years. In fact, he's only pitched about 115 innings combined the previous 3 seasons. Put in a giant workload this year. Here's Manny Machado. He goes after a first pitch fastball and misses. Strike 1. Machado put up 27 homers and 95 RBI on the season, hit .275. That ball's hit hard, but right to third base. Matt Shaw makes a catch on a low line drive by Machado, and the inning is over. The Padres go 1-2-3. We go to the bottom of the first. San Diego nothing, and the Cubs are coming up. 1 pitch behind. Boy. Well, what do you think, Gary? What do I do? First of all, am I going to see anybody in here who's maybe checking out the channel for the first time? Folks, if you are finding this channel for the first time, please give it a like and a thumbs up if you enjoy it. I do cover Orioles baseball during the regular season. I cover Orioles baseball as long as the Orioles are around. But the Orioles are done for 2025. But, yeah, sub up the channel because even if you're not an Oriole fan, it's good baseball coverage over here. Charm City Chat here will back me up on it. I don't know how to convince you if you just tuned into this channel for the first time, but pretty good one. Pretty good. Did I read or see the Mike Elias final conference? Not only just a moment. I actually probably saw more of Mansolino's, conversation or whatever you want to call it. That lasted about, 15 minutes or so? I watched probably almost all of that. And then just was about to start watching the Elias one and then said, I don't know if I have 45 minutes to devote to this. Let me watch this later. So I haven't watched it yet. But I will. I'll watch it. What are these? What is this commercial I'm watching? I don't know how I'm going to feel when I watch it, but I feel like it's my duty to watch to see what they're talking about. Is there any particular note you want to talk about there, Chilo? Well, Cease isn't pitching today, Yoko. It's Nick Pivetta. Cease probably pitching game 2. Pivetta's had better numbers this season than Cease. Speaking of Pivetta, first pitch in the bottom of the first is high for ball 1. It is Michael Busch at the plate. Busch has had a pretty nice season. And he goes after the next pitch. That ball's hit pretty deep to center field, backing up onto the warning track. The catch is made out there in deep center field by Jackson Merrill. Sorry, this needs to get refreshed. Thank you. There we go. Now I can see the positions. All right. So a quick first out for Pivetta. Busch retired. Here's Nico Horner, and he takes a fastball for a strike. Next pitch had the plate, but just a hair low apparently. Borderline pitch goes the Cubs' way. 1 ball and 1 strike. That is a pitch right down the middle, and Horner slaps it into right field for a base hit. A 1-out single, first base runner for the Cubs. And Pivetta left that pitch right down the middle of the plate and straight. He should be happy that only a single came out of that pitch. Horner, a threat to run. Ian Happ up next. Tucker on deck. Happ, the switch hitter batting from the left side, takes a fastball outside for ball 1. 243 average in the regular season for Happ. That pitch is off the plate. The count is 2-0. Froggy, I wouldn't believe that in another group that you're in. Yeah. Froggy, I think you answered your own question. If the information you're getting is from someone in another group, what do they know? It makes no logical sense for a guy that just led a team to its first division title in a decade to be leaving the team right when they're about to start their postseason run. Makes 0 sense. I would chalk that up as just some random person posting something random. Folks, we got a 2-2 count on Ian Happ. Runner at first, 1 out. And that is a called strike 3. Pivetta hits the inside edge at 96 on the fastball. Happ strikes out.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
All right. Mansolino gave his pitch to return his manager. I did hear I heard Mansolino's talking, and yeah. Just good luck, dude. That's all I can say. Good luck. Tucker fouls a curveball away. Kyle Tucker at the plate with 2 down and a runner at first. Tucker leads the team in OPS at 841. 22 homers, 73 driven in, and stands to make a giant payday here in a couple of months as one of the bigger free agents to be coming up this winter. That pitch fouled away by Tucker. The count is 0-2. Boy, the Cubs have a very pronounced logo on their shoulder patch. Motorola. All right. Check on the runner at first. He's back. We are scoreless with 2 down in the bottom of the first. The Cubs have a runner at first base. Tucker at the plate with an 0-2 count. Pitch, swing, and a miss. Pivetta with the high cheese. And Tucker strikes out. The Cubs get a hit, a single, and that's it. 1 man left. We go to the second inning, no score. Yeah, Froggy, I would probably just maybe going forward take absolutely no stock in anything from that kind of source. Why anybody does, I don't know. I feel like this is sort of an epidemic. People just see something online and go, huh, well, somebody wrote that. That true? It shouldn't even be given the time of day to even denounce as being false. Like, it's... Don't even go to places like that for information, please. It's whether it's sports or some other topic, just please, folks. What are you doing? What stood out to me about what Elias said is he thinks it's too soon to make personal... You mean personnel? I think we should have fired the hitting coaches at least. Yeah, I think I did hear that part. I think it was something like, I think it's only right to wait a couple of weeks before we start making huge moves or something to that effect. That doesn't necessarily bother me. I mean, not every team out there just immediately started firing their staff the day after the season ended. And even with managers, some of them have been fired. Rocco Baldelli with the Twins. Bob Melvin with the Giants. But then there's others out there that could get fired. Snitker with the Braves. Bochy may not come back with the Rangers. So a lot of stuff is still up in the air. So, yeah, I mean, do I want any... do I want Cody Ashley back as a hitting coach? Absolutely not. And I don't expect the Orioles to retain him. But I don't think it's a huge deal that they don't do it the day after the season ends. They may not have the guy they want to replace him lined up. And if you don't, what's the rush? Elias wants to hire a manager as soon as possible. 1-0 pitch. We're underway top of the second. Jackson Merrill at the plate. Swing and a miss makes the count a ball and a strike. Boyd, by the way, a record of 12-1 at home. Wow. Merrill hits a ball hard into right field. That ball's going to get down and be for extra bases. Merrill is going to slide into second base with a leadoff double. Somewhere between a liner and a bloop. Into right field. Merrill is aboard. Hire manager as soon as possible, but it said that a new GM may or may not happen this offseason. I mean, from what I can tell, the assistant GM, I can't remember the guy's name, but basically Elias's right-hand man these past few years, from what I can tell, is just going to be promoted to GM. Basically, everything's going to stay the same. Titles are going to change, but, the delegation of responsibilities looks to be pretty much the same. And the top of the front office, anyway. Here's Xander Bogaerts. He looks at a strike. First pitch was ball one. The count, a ball and a strike. Runner at second, nobody out for San Diego. Bogaerts hit .263 in the regular season. That ball's fouled off to the left. 2 strikes on Xander. What's up, Edward? I didn't really get to say hi to everybody. Shouldn't take long. Pretty small crowd. Froggy, Chilo, Chawa, Bud, Yoko, Shock 21, Phantom, Gary, GP3. The pitch to Bogarts is low. A slider from Boyd makes the count 2-2. Carl is here. Duckling. Edward Bowers. I think that's everybody. Pitch is fouled away. Out of play. 2-2 on Bogarts. Are confirming. I mean, either it's confirmed or it isn't yet. I've never heard of something. I've never heard confirming like a present tense verb. It's usually to confirm or been confirmed. Here's a ball hit out to left center field. That's going to be trouble. It's going to bounce up against the wall for extra bases. Merrill will come around to score. The throw gets away from second base, and Bogarts is going to get up to third. The Padres take the early lead here in Game 1 on an RBI double by Xander Bogarts, and an error by the Cubbies puts Bogarts just 90 feet away from scoring himself with only one out still here in the inning. 1-0 Padres. I saw Bochy and Rangers agreed for him not to return. Bochy more likely to retire again than anything else. Yeah, I mean, obviously, guys, you guys know what I want more than anything else in a manager, and that is experience, winning in the postseason. And Bochy, it's not even, there's no close second. You're not going to find somebody else out there available with that kind of a resume. He's getting up there in years. I'd love to have him be an Oriole manager, give it a shot, but do I think it has any chance of happening? I'm not going to say zero, but we really have to figure out a way to attract him here. Here's a jiving stop at shortstop on a ball hit hard by Ryan O'Hearn. And what a play over there by Dansby Swanson. He holds Bogarts at third base with the infield in. A hard hit ball by O'Hearn. Swanson dives, stops it, and somehow keeps the runner from scoring at third while getting the out at first. Well, you can't do that much better. Elias say experience was high on his list in the managerial hiring process. Well, that would definitely go against some of the short list of names that have been rumored. Skip Schumacher, limited experience. Ryan Flaherty, virtually none. David Ross, a little bit. Here's a pop-up on the infield. Third base side. Matt Shaw is going to make the catch just on the foul side of the third base foul line. For the second out, Bogarts still stuck at third base. So wait a minute. Did Xander get over there with nobody out? I thought Bogarts had a one-out triple there, or one-out double plus error. So O'Hearn and Sheets have made back-to-back outs, stranding that runner at third base. Wow. San Diego might regret not getting this second run in later in the ballgame. They don't come through here. Jake Cronenworth at the plate. First pitch to him is a strike from Boyd, just 86 miles an hour. Very hittable location. The 0-1 to Cronenworth. That is a chopper over the mound. Second baseman, well, it's the shortstop Swanson at the second base bag. He will handle it and throw out Cronenworth. Bogarts stranded. after getting to third base with nobody out. The Padres, however, do score a run to take the early lead. Going in the bottom of the second inning, San Diego 1, Chicago Cubs nothing. RBI double by Bogarts. Double by Merrill in the inning as well. One man left. What else? Yeah, I mean, Phantom talking about actions versus words, and sure. I mean, I have heard enough lip service out of the Orioles front office to know that it's silly to read too much into anything. And what you are hearing is mostly just sort of diplomatic answers that don't really commit to a whole lot of much of anything. But we've been there and done that, haven't we? George, a 12-month member. George, did you just get an upgrade in binoculars? Did George just get an upgrade in binoculars? Look at that, folks. How about that? Where's my button?
And I want to thank you very much for that. I really do.
Look at George. Stepping out into the light, into the light. Look at George stepping out. Who was the runner at third now going home in Swanson? It was Bogarts, Duckling. But if you would have seen the play, you can't really fault Bogarts. I think if he would have broke for the plate, he would have been nailed. Especially with nobody out. You have to think, well, the next guy will get me in. Doesn't even need to get a hit. But didn't work out that way. Seiya Suzuki will lead it off for the Cubs. Bottom of the second inning. Pivetta's first pitch is fouled away. Suzuki hit .245. 32 homers. Drove in over 100 runs. 103. Man, I'm so jealous as an Oriole fan looking at these other teams and their end-of-season stats for their players, wondering what the hell happened to us. That pitch is high to Suzuki. I mean, the Orioles did not have a single player reach 70 RBI. It is a disaster. 1-1 to Suzuki, fouled away 1-2. Well, the word out there is that Pete Alonso's ready to get the hell out of New York. And the Orioles do need, I feel, a right-handed hitting power bat in the middle of the lineup. I don't necessarily like the sort of the makeup of Pete Alonso. I think he's a little too much dependent on the home run ball without offering you a whole lot more else than that. And, you know, hitting a lot of home runs means paying a lot of money. Plus, he plays first base, which, unless we start dealing one or two guys, I don't see how he fits in. 1-2 to Suzuki is a curveball. He got under it, lifts it into shallow center. A diving catch out there by Jackson Merrill. He didn't fully lay out, but a nice catch going to ground all the same here after a long run from Merrill, covering a lot of ground there. That's the first out here in the bottom of the second. Carson Kelly, the Cub catcher. How's that for alliteration? He fouls the first pitch back. It's 0-1. The Tigers just choked away an insurance run because the Tigers coach makes the worst 100 hitter, the number 7 in the lineup. First pitch to, not the first pitch, second pitch to Kelly is high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Let's put the terrible hitting catcher, number 7 in the lineup, and let's leave it Winfield Perez in when he's going 4 for 65. Ouch. So what happened? I'm guessing the Tigers haven't held on to that 2-1 lead then? It sounds like somebody who's not happy about the current score. Or, no, it's 1-0. Or no, that can't still be right. Bottom of the 4th. There you go. 2-1. Yeah, 2-1. They're winning. What do you want? They're going to win. Don't worry about it. You want the Tigers to win? They're going to win. There you go. 3-1 the count on Carson Kelly. Bases empty, 1 down. That's a strike. Full count. Alonso hit 272 this year. That would have been just behind Gunnar. Phantom, that's a career high for him, right? Like, you know, Santander had a career year last year, and we knew he wasn't going to match those numbers. Again, there's a swing and a miss. Third strike up for Pivetta as Kelly is struck out. I would expect Alonso's average to be more in the 250-something range. Which, you know, with the power numbers isn't terrible. But again, like, he'll clog up the bases on you if he gets on without a home run, right? Again, a position where we don't really need him, and defensively he's not terrible, but I'd say he's probably below average amongst first basemen in the fielding department. So you're not getting a whole lot of help there. But we do need a big bat, right-handed bat, I think. Maybe we can trade for one. Pete Crow Armstrong with a swing and a miss. I honestly think, based on the players available in free agency this offseason, it's different than last year. Last year, it felt like there were some good position players out there, but very limited on the pitching. This year, I think it's reversed. I think that you can pluck a good pitcher out of free agency and then maybe focus on finding the bat we need with a trade after unsuccessfully doing the opposite last year. We got Pete Crow Armstrong at the plate, folks. Forgive me. I'm just going off on a tangent here. There's 2 down, nobody on, bottom of the 2nd, and a 1-2 count on PCA. And he just swung at a pitch in the dirt. He strikes out. Throw down to first base to complete the out is made, and the inning is over. We go to the 3rd. The Padres lead it 1-0. Okay. Folks, if you don't mind hitting the like button while you're here, we've got a commercial break. As you can see, no commercials on my channel, no sponsors even. Just me. So we have to help the channel out in ways that's more grassroots effort, folks. So please tap that thumbs up at the bottom of your screen. Just a couple of seconds of your time, and I'll give you a couple hours of mine. What do you say? Appreciate it. Wow, Duckling is full of opinions about a game that I'm not covering. What else is going on? So 6 o'clock is the start of Red Sox Yankees. 9 o'clock Reds and Dodgers. Okay. Interesting stuff. Crochet against Max Fried. That should be a classic. I guess I should have covered the Tigers-Guardians game. Nope. Ah, boy. Well, should I have done this, folks? I don't know. I have no idea. I'm going to enjoy Lucky, though. What is this? Man, oh man. Wrigley Field. Hey, everybody. Harry Carey coming at you. It's a beautiful day at the ballpark. Matthew Boyd back on the mound. First pitch is a strike. Freddie Fermin at the plate. Outside, 1-1. Happy birthday to Agatha Nixon from Peoria, Illinois. 96 years young today. Fouled back, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hey, Arnie. Get a shot of that broad in section 32. Look at the fun bags on her. Beautiful day at the ballpark, everybody. The Cubbies are trailing 1-0. One-two pitch. Fouled away. Wow, I got a giant 0. Good grief. Yep. Right now, my instincts are saying take some time off, BW. Here is the 1-2 pitch to Fermin. That is slapped foul. We'll do it again. Detroit hangs on to beat the Guardians 2-1. Those wild card rounds, folks. The Oriole fans out there know all too well. Here's a ground ball up the middle, handled at second by Horner, over to first in time. 1 away here for the Padres in the top of the third. Well, there's not much to know, Froggy. He's a Bud man and a Cub fan. Ground ball to short. Swanson over to first, and Tatis is retired on 1 pitch, 2 down. Luis Arise, 0 for 1. Will come up here, 2 down, nobody on. Yeah, George, sometimes attendance can be tough for these wild card afternoon games. You know, you've got like 24 hours between finding out that you're playing at a certain time on a certain day, and it's the afternoon, it's a weekday, and then you got to figure out a way to get out of work or whatever you're normally doing. It can be rough. But it's not like Tampa a year or two ago. Boy, was that a mess. The Tampa against, what was it, the Twins series a couple of years ago? Swing and a miss. A rise strikes out. See you later.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Twitter is saying. Twitter is not a person, Duckling. Give me a source. A credible person. Otherwise, again, people. No need to report random things said on social media without any confirmation. Have you noticed the amount of misinformation put on social media over the past decade or so? It only continues to grow. Please be responsible and depend on confirmed information instead of wild speculation. A lot of people out there say stuff that they know will attract attention. They don't care whether or not there's any facts involved. So just wait for confirmation, folks. Okay? Good. We've all learned something today. Oh, man. This just in. Cracker Barrel has designed an even newer logo. Come on, people. Put the phone down and touch some grass. All right. We've got more baseball coming up. Chomas is making an appearance. How you doing? Yeah, I was gonna say these wild cards rounds, you know, they're brutal. They're absolutely brutal. You lose the first game, it is brutal. And if you're an Oriole fan, you remember how brutal last year was with that wild card round. We had the home field advantage. We only gave up 3 runs in 2 games. And we didn't win a game. We gave up an average of 1.5 runs a game, and we got swept. It was all over in about 30 hours. It was rough. Dansby Swanson will lead off the bottom of the 3rd. He looks at ball 1 from Pivetta. What's up, Joel? Next pitch popped up. First base side, but out of play. Swanson hitting .244 on the regular season. Yep, Mullins with a solo shot late in game 2. That's it. We waited about 17 innings to score 1 run, and that run did not tie or give us a lead. So, yeah. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. 1 ball, 1 strike on Swanson. That ball's hit in the air. Center field, Merrill is there. Couple steps to his left, couple of more. He makes the catch. 1 away in the bottom of the 3rd. Yep, all for it to be over in 2 games. And if you're playing an early game, again, like your postseason starts day 1, and then by late afternoon, day 2, you're done. You lasted less than 48 hours longer than the 18 teams that didn't make it at all. Here's a bunt attempt shown by Shaw. He pulls the bat back, but it's a strike. Matt Shaw, the number 9 batter, hit .226 on the regular season with 13 homers, 44 driven in. That pitch is way high. Count even up at a ball and a strike. Looks like the wind is blowing in here at Wrigley. We don't like that. At least coming in from the left field foul pole. There's a strike on the outside edge. Pivetta might have been given an extra inch by the ump on that call. 1-2 the count. That one's outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Wrigley Field. Just this series for the wild card round. And even that is... There's a swing and a miss. Shaw strikes out, 2 down in the inning. 5th strikeout for Pivetta through 2 2/3 innings. The plan is to cover this wild card round, this series. But I'll tell you this. If the turnout today is really poor, your boy BW might just punt and take some time off. I need it. I do. Michael Busch, 0 for 1 as the Cubs lineup turns over here. 2 down in the bottom of the 3rd. They've only had 1 batter over the minimum against Pivetta. Swing and a miss. And the count is a ball and a strike. Pivetta is cruising right now. About to throw his 40th pitch. Nearly through 3 innings. And that pitch is a few inches inside. 2-1 on Bush. Hey, I got a button for Bush.
Got Bush. We've got Bush.
Yes, we do. 2-1 is hit in the air on the infield. First base side. And coming in, making the catch is a rise. That ball drifted, I think, in the foul ground by the time he caught it. And the inning is over. We go now to the 4th inning. That is Act 1 of this 3-act play. 3 innings in the books. Not a whole lot of offense. The Padres are the only run. Both teams combining for just 3 hits. Cubs have an error on the board. All right. Lovely. We're starting to get a little bit more action in here. 46 folks. How you doing? Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. Should I try my Harry? Maybe I should play some Harry so I can remember how he sounds.
Boy, Harry, you're full of energy. You look great. I hate to tell you how I feel. I swear.
I've had that bad back myself.
Also, with this cold, it just seems like it's settled in there.
That's age, friend.
I don't care what it is. It feels awful.
You smell like a drugstore.
That's right. I am a
You're not
drugstore.
a hypochondriac, are you?
What does that mean? Oversexed?
You're not a hypochondriac, are you? You're not a hypochondriac, are you? You smell like a medicine cabinet. Hey, Sam, how you doing? Did I live stream play? I called the World Series, Sam. Obviously, we covered the Orioles' terrible wild card no-show. I don't think I covered a division series. I can't remember how much of the championship series I covered, but I definitely covered the World Series. I got to call that infamous Yankee 5th inning. Now, wait a minute. What makes you think my Harry Carey impression is Will Ferrell? See, I can't even do it. See, now you got me self-conscious. I used to be so good at it. All right, Sam. I hope I'm here. Just so you know. Everything I'm playing by ear here in October. Playing everything by ear. Manny Machado leading off here in the top of the fourth. First pitch is off the plate by a foot for ball one. Next pitch, low. They check his swing, but the appeal says no. I just realized Motorola is the sponsor on both jerseys, Cubs and Padres. That sounds like a monopoly to me. There's a strike on the outside edge from Boyd. The count is 2-1 on Manny Machado. Machado shows bunt. And a changeup a bit low as he pulls the bat back. The count is 3-1. "11 career postseason home runs for Machado. That is ball four. It's outside. Lead-off walk for the Padres. First free pass given up by Boyd, I think. Or is that number 2? Walk number 1. Here is Jackson Merrill. He doubled and scored the only run of the game so far. His first time up. He shows bunt, and he gets it down. That will be picked up by the catcher, and Merrill will be thrown out at first base. And Merrill getting a round of applause from his teammates and coaches there in the Padre dugout. They playing a little bit of small ball here are the Padres. Machado moves up to second base on the bunt, sacrifice by Merrill. Gives the Padres a couple of chances at knocking in this potential second run of the game. Bogarts had that double to drive in Merrill his first time up. He looks at strike one. That ball's hit foul, third base side. Matt Shaw stopped it from going down the line, but it's a foul ball. 0-2 on Bogarts. Xander Bogarts. The count is 0-2. Runner at second with one out. The 46th pitch from Boyd on the afternoon is outside. The 1-2 is a little chopper that gets past the pitcher, picked up by Shaw at third. He'll go to first, but it's late. It'll be an infield hit for Bogarts. He's 2 for 2. And the Padres are threatening here. Runners at the corners with only one out. That ball just out of reach of Boyd on the third base side of the mound. And once it got past him, that was it. So big moment in the ball game, and it's our old friend Ryan O'Hearn who has a chance to extend this Padres lead. O'Hearn 0 for 1. Looks at a curveball that hits the top of the zone for strike one, and that was a tough call on a pitch that nobody's going after. 0-1 on O'Hearn. The shadows are starting to creep up toward home plate. Could be a factor here in another inning or two. Swung on and missed. O'Hearn in the hole, 0-2. First and third, one out for the Padres. They lead it 1-0 in the top of the fourth. The 0-2 to O'Hearn. He lays off a pitch low. 50 pitches now from Boyd on the day. Hey, Vonnie, how you doing? 1-2. First, a little sidearm throw to first. Bogarts is back standing. Hasip, Vonnie. Hasip. The 1-2 is hit in the air by O'Hearn. Shallow center. That ball is going to be caught over the head by Swanson. He throws home. Boy, Dansby Swanson is a fine shortstop. He already saved one run today with a diving stop on a hard-hit ball in the infield with a runner at third, and he saves another one here as he runs with his back toward home plate into the outfield to make a catch over his shoulder, and he had the presence of mind to fire that ball back toward home. Dansby Swanson getting things done at shortstop for the Cubs here. Gavin Sheets is up with 2 down, and he gets into one right center. That ball is going to stay in the yard. It's short of the track. Looked good off the bat. Thought it might be a gapper. Pete Crow Armstrong. Hard to get one into the gap with him playing center field. But that ball did hang up there for a relatively easy catch to end the inning. The Padres threaten, but they do not score. We go to the bottom of the fourth. It's still San Diego 1, the Cubs nothing. And an eyelash in my eyeball. All right. Folks, how you doing? A JJ Raid. Hey. How are you doing? Bands of play-by-play with JJ. Nice to have you here. Please hit that like button. JJ calling this game as well. Thanks for showing up. All one of you. Oh, make it all 2 of you. Thanks for being here. This music's funny and yet catchy. Why do you think both can't be true at the same time? You've never heard of a funny and catchy song? Grandma got run over by a reindeer walking home from our house Christmas Eve. You can say there's no such thing as Santa, but as for me and Grandpa, we believe. Now the goose is on the table. See? It's funny. It's catchy. Are you a fan of They Might Be Giants? All their music is funny and catchy. I'm your only friend, I'm not your only friend, but I'm a little glowing friend, but really I'm not actually your friend, but I am. Bottom of the fourth inning, Pivetta first pitch swung on a miss by Horner. Nico Horner has the only Cubs hit, a single back in the first. Yeah, this is unusual. It's not really a different backdrop in terms of whenever we're playing on the road, I'm throwing up a backdrop of whatever ballpark we're in. So, have you only been here for home games, Scott? The count is 1-1 on Horner. That pitch bounces in the dirt for ball 2. What's unusual is I got Cubs blue on. I'm all in. Two 2-1 pitch is a called strike. Pivetta hits the top inside corner. It's not even close to Halloween, let alone... I wouldn't argue it's close to Halloween. I would argue that it is now officially close. What's the next closest holiday other than Halloween? Here's a pop-up on the infield. Caught by Arise at first base. 1 away. Grandma got half eaten by a zombie. I can see how that one would work. Walking home from Walmart last Thursday. I'll just make up the lyrics. Here is a called strike. Columbus Day? Yeah, because everybody just gets together. It's a big major holiday, Columbus Day. I'm thinking back to all of my favorite Columbus Day memories from across the years. I think I ate at a Denny's once. I think Thanksgiving is after Halloween, but okay, fair enough. Here's a swing and a miss by Ian Happ. The count is a ball and 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on in the bottom of the fourth. Just for home games, Scott. Just for home games. Up and away on that pitch. 2-2 on Ian Happ. Your Thanksgiving is October 13th. That happens to be the day I'll be traveling out of the country. So give thanks to whoever my pilot is on that airplane so that he doesn't screw anything up. 2-2 pitch to Happ. Inside, ball 3. 1 out, nobody on in the bottom of the fourth. Thank you, Matt. Safe and, more importantly, convenient. I don't want to take this trip. I'm dreading it. This is a foul ball by Happ. Behind the plate, the count is full. I just want it to be over with. It's such a relief. Every year when I go through the routine of a visa run. Oh, it's a very short flight, Gary, but it's just the matter of the chaos when you're being sort of jettisoned around to the different places you have to go to, fill out the paperwork, stand in lines. Just it can be a little bit chaotic. Sometimes I come home feeling like, wow, this wasn't so bad. Swing and a miss here. Happ strikes out. Pivetta now up to 6 strikeouts, with 2 down here in the bottom of the fourth. Kyle Tucker up next. It's a very short flight. I only have to go 1 country up. It's probably about the same distance as flying from, like, Boston to New York. It's like a commuter flight. Like, the plane doesn't even reach cruising altitude. Like, the plane's path is just like an arc. It just... Like as soon as you hit here, you're already going down to land. I don't think they hand you out a snack or a cup of water or nothing. That's fine by me. Just get me there as quickly as possible. Kyle Tucker, count as no balls and a strike. 2 down, nobody on. That pitch looked good. Pivetta, he is unhappy. The way he took the baseball back from the catcher there, you can see his body language. He's shaking his head. He knows that was a strike. If I were him, I'd get over it. 1-1 the count. That ball fouled back by Tucker. 1-2. You want to give that Orioles word another shot there, Chomas? After all, it is kind of in the name of the channel and everything. I'm teasing you, buddy. 1-2 to Tucker. Up and away, 2-2. Oh, David's here. How you doing, David? Yeah, I mean, come tomorrow, October 1st, Halloween season is officially on. If you're a fan of reaction channels for movies on YouTube like I am, starting tomorrow, I would expect all of your favorite reaction channels to be watching horror movies for the next 4 weeks or so. October is here. It's my favorite month of the year. 2-2 to Tucker. Check swing foul. We'll do it again. Of course, part of the reason I like October is the season, the weather, the changing of the leaves, autumn. I love it. The sun goes down a little earlier. Weather gets cooler. My kind of weather. But living out here now for a decade, October is the same as March, which is the same as July, which is the same as February. Here's a ground ball to first. Arise will take it to the bag unassisted for the putout to end the inning. The Cubs have been held scoreless through 4 with only 1 hit. We head to the 5th inning. Padres lead it 1-0. Looks like low-scoring games might be the order of the day here in these first wild card games. You would expect every team's probably using their best pitcher. And good pitching is always going to have the upper hand over hitting. That's the way it is. Yeah, I'm just teasing you. I wonder if Halloween is a big profit holiday with the amount of Halloween stuff they sell. Who's they, Doug? You mean, I don't know who you're talking about. We've been close or above 80 degrees here in Maryland. So it doesn't quite feel like fall yet. That sucks. I mean, it better start feeling like fall this week. I know some summers last a little longer than others, but once the calendar flips to October 1st, if it still feels like hot outside, I'm pissed. I'm mad. Hey, they call her Vonnie 2 times on account of the fact she says her comments twice. Oh, you just mean in general, like just retail? Halloween's a big retail holiday? I guess. Candy and costumes. Candy and costumes. He kept giving vague politician-type answers. Well, that's par for the course, Scott. I wouldn't expect different. Again, I'm gonna watch the entire Elias presser at some point here, probably in the next 24 hours. Jake Cronenworth leading off the top of the fifth. First pitch from Boyd is a strike at the bottom of the zone. Oh, Vonnie, how dare you write a comment 2 times? Bunt shown by Cronenworth. He fouls it away. And the count is 0-2. Oh, yes, the knickknacks. The little, like, motion detecting little creatures that start making scary noises when you set off the little motion detector. Fun stuff. I had a fun breakup with an ex-girlfriend on the eve of Halloween as we were setting up for her gigantic Halloween party at her house. She got really mad at me, and we broke up over it. It was the stupidest thing. Swing and a miss by Cronenworth. He strikes out.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
I swear, listen to the stupidest breakup story you ever heard. So, my girlfriend at the time was, a real big fan of Halloween. She would host a yearly Halloween party at her house, and she would go crazy with the decorations, like outside, inside, spider webs everywhere. All the, just tons and tons of no jello shots in this one. Here's a line drive by Fermin. That ball's going to get down. Crow Armstrong cutting it off. Fermin rounds first, but thinks better about trying to stretch it into a double. It'll be a 1-out single for the Padres by their number 9 batter, Fermin. Yeah, so what happened is I'm with her, and we're in her house, and I'm helping her with her decorations. And I'm putting together this, cardboard coffin. Matthew Boyd is about to be taken out of the ball game right now, folks. That is the end of the day for Boyd. 4 1/3 innings. And he will get a round of applause from the Wrigley Field faithful. I'm sure Boyd would have liked to have gone longer. Only 58 pitches, only 1 earned run. But we're in the playoffs, folks. And people don't mess around. So yeah, I'm putting together this cardboard coffin. That's like a life-size coffin, and it's you buy it in a flat package, and it's all these tabs and slots, and you got your instructions. Fold tab B, put into slot A. So I'm building this cardboard coffin. She's doing her thing, whatever. I get finished with the coffin, right? And then I go to lay inside the coffin. I'm a tall guy, and I'm like, can I get it? Can I fit in this thing? And I just wanted to, I was happy with my handiwork, and I go to lay in the coffin, and I do like this. All right, I'm laying down like this, like I'm a vampire. And for whatever reason, I just got into this character of I'm resting in my coffin as a vampire. And she started to ask me a question about something. I can't remember what it was, but I didn't answer her. I just pretended like I couldn't hear her, and I'm just laying like this in the coffin. And I swear, within 3 minutes, she starts screaming at me to answer her. And I'm committed to the bit. I was about to be just trying to be playful. And then she tells me to get the hell out, and then we break up over that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about the coffin incident, Jennifer. It's been a long time. 20 years? 20-something years? I didn't mean anything. Fernando Tatis, first pitch swinging, hits a ball to right. And it is right at, who's out there? Suzuki? That is a 1-pitch out. Daniel Palencia has come in to relieve Boyd. Palencia leads the Cubs in saves with 22. But obviously not in the ball game for a save situation. Coming in with 1 out in the top of the 5th. He gets 1 out to make it 2 down. Retiring Tatis, and now he'll go after Luis Ariz, who's 0 for 2. There's a strike. Now, David, I don't think you were around anymore when that Halloween breakup story went down. I think I was already living on Florida Avenue at that time. Yeah, I definitely was. Folks, you always remember where you bang your girlfriend. Even if you're like me and you lived in like 30 different group houses over the years. You're like, when was that girlfriend? Oh, yeah, that was that house. This pitch is 99 miles an hour off the plate outside. It's 2-1 on Luis Ariz. Ariz. Uh-oh. That ball's poked out to right center field. But Pete Crow Armstrong covers more ground than anybody. If it's playable, he's going to catch it. And he does for the final out. Ariz flies out to center field. The inning is over. This game is half over. Padres lead it 1-0. Exciting. Love. Exciting and new. What is this? This is a new sitcom with Tim Allen and the girl with the big cans from Two Broke Girls. And Jenna Elfman. She's still kicking around. And they just showed Al from Home Improvement like as a cameo. Oh my God. I can't with these shows. It's not often, folks, I get to watch American commercial blocks. And every time that I do, I'm further amazed by how disconnected I am. Like, just the content out there is just so crappy. Everything is like just Abbott Elementary. That looks terrible. Oh, good. We could definitely use another season of Shark Tank. Who could live without another season of Shark Tank? And now we have Rob Gronkowski playing a minister marrying a couple. It's just every commercial in the U.S. is the same now. It's like pick a celebrity, have them do something extremely cringe. It's got to be humor based. Got to make you go tee hee. Tee hee. Look at that famous athlete doing something way out of their normal comfort zone. Isn't this hilarious? I should buy this product. That's every commercial. Hey, how you doing, everybody? Hey, Misery, 1990, fantastic film. Fantastic. Did you just see it for the first time, Doug? I'm jealous. That thing's been sitting around for 35 years. You finally gave it a look. It was worth the wait, right? Really tense. Seiya Suzuki, first pitch is a ball. Next pitch is also a ball. It's 2-0. Yeah, it's like the formula for the advertising. It's just so similar. Like, I thought the whole thing with advertising was that you kind of wanted to set yourself apart from everybody else. So I feel like I grew up in an era where, yeah, I mean, there were plenty of cheesy, stupid ads, but it felt like everybody was at least trying to do something different. That ball's crushed by Suzuki to left. That ball's going to get into the bleachers. Home run. And the Cubs have tied it up here in the bottom of the fifth. Suzuki, 112 off the bat. No doubt to left, 424 feet. See you later. See ya, Suzuki. Cub fans are going nuts. We're tied at 1. We start over here. Halfway through the ball game. Nobody out, bottom of the fifth. Carson Kelly fouls the first pitch he sees back. 0-1. Kathy Bates plays Matlock? Why? Just come up with new stuff. Folks, there's a movie that came out like a month or so ago. It's called Weapons. Everybody that I know who has seen it loves it. I just saw it myself last week. It's fantastic. And you know what makes it really, really fun is that it's an original story. It's a brand new story. It's a brand new idea, brand new characters. Somebody's imagination is working instead of just taking some pre-existing intellectual property and just tweaking it a little bit in order to make a buck at the box office. Watch original movies and shows, if you can find them, please. And then maybe Hollywood will stop making remakes and, just these, these lower standard versions of the things that you used to love to watch. I don't buy it. Kelly with a count of 2-2. That ball's lifted to left. He's staring at it. That ball is gone into the first row. The Cubs have gotten to Pivetta. Back-to-back home runs to begin the bottom of the fifth. The Cubs were trailing, and now they're ahead on a couple of swings. 2-1 Cubs. How about that? And that will get the Padre pitching coach out to talk to Pivetta. Things turned on a dime for Pivetta. That has kind of always been his MO. 1 minute he's dealing, the next back-to-back home runs. What do you watch, Matt? Two to 1 Cubs in the bottom of the fifth. Still nobody out. And a lefty, Adrian Morhone, is getting loose for the Padres underneath the bleachers. Here's a swing and a miss by Pete Crow Armstrong on a curveball. The count is 0-1. Oh, Weapons. Yeah, you'll love it. How can you not? One of my favorite horror characters of recent times. Get to know Aunt Gladys, everybody. I'm telling you right now, if you're going to a Halloween party this Halloween, and it's a decent-sized party and everybody's dressed up, I guarantee you at least somebody, at least one person there is going to go as Aunt Gladys from this movie Weapons, because this character is iconic. You know it right when you watch. Crow Armstrong shows bunt on 0-2. which is kind of strange. The pitch is high. He brings the bat back. It's a ball and 2 strikes. PCA struck out his first time up. Swing and a miss, and he strikes out on the high cheese from Pivetta, his 7th strikeout of the day. 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. Spinal Tap, it's not a reboot. It is a straight sequel. All the original, major players from Spinal Tap are involved. Christopher Guest, Michael McKeon, Harry Shearer, and Rob Reiner, the director. So, it's not a reboot. It is a straight-up sequel. 40 years in the making, almost. Dansby Swanson on an 0-1 pitch looks at one outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swanson's 0 for 1, but he's had a nice afternoon already in the field with a couple of good defensive plays. The 1-1 right in there for a strike. Next pitch. Outside edge, called strike 3, and Swanson is in the face of the ump after that call. 8th strikeout for Pivetta. Swanson is just going to have to accept it. That pitch did kiss the outside corner. If only by 1 stitch of the baseball. It was a perfect location. Right on the edge. 2 down for Matt Shaw, and he looks at a high sweeper for ball 1. Next pitch from Pivetta will be his 80th of the afternoon. And this ball is fouled back. The winner of this series will go to Milwaukee to take on the Brewers. In the other bracket of the National League, the Dodgers are hosting the Reds. And what has to be probably of the 4 series, the most lopsided in terms of who's predicted to come out on top of that one. The Dodgers winning the National League West, defending World Series champions. Meanwhile, the Reds basically were not in the playoff picture until 2 days in the final week of the season. They saw themselves in that final wild card spot, the second of those days to end the season. And, just 83 wins got him in. 2-2 pitch to Shaw. Swung on. Popped straight up. The catcher having a look. It is out of reach. Still 2-2 on Matt Shaw. Folks, if you're watching along, please do think about subscribing. It's free. Button at the bottom of your screen. Hit the like button as well if you don't mind. Thumbs up. Helps the channel out. Curveball misses high. It's a full count on Shaw. This Cub crowd is on their feet. With 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss, and Shaw strikes out. So Pivetta with a tough inning, and it looks like his jersey is caked in sweat. He gave up a pair of home runs to lead off the inning. After cruising through the first 4, giving up just one hit. Back-to-back solo home runs by Seiya Suzuki and Carson Kelly. The Cubs take the lead. As we go to the sixth inning, Chicago 2, San Diego 1. All right, folks, I'm going to step aside for a sec. And I did not realize I was on this screen for this long. Sorry. We could have been over here. My fault. What can I tell you? It's not an Orioles game, right? I get to be a little more relaxed, a little more chill. All right, great. See you in a minute.
Nice beaver.
Thank you.
Hey, everybody, we're all gonna get laid.
Where'd you from?
Baltimore.
What?
Baltimore.
Baltimore? What's that?
Look, it doesn't really matter, all right?
Bacon! Bacon! Where's the bacon? I smell bacon! 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 Gotta be bacon! Only one thing smells like bacon! That's bacon! Bacon, 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 bacon! There! From that bag! What's it say? I can't read! Please, please, give me what's in the bag! Chewy, yummy, smoky bacon!
There you go.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy! No, 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 no! It's bacon!
No, it's Bacon Strips, brand dog snack from Purina. Bacon Strips. Dogs don't know it's not bacon.
It's bacon!
You never heard of Baltimore style?
This being Baltimore and all.
This is great iced tea.
We're on a mission from God.
This is Jack Burton in the Pork Chop Express, and I'm talking to whoever's listening out there.
What was that? It was bad. It had nothing, no fire, no energy, no nothing.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy! No, 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 no! It's bacon!
We're in the top of the sixth. First pitch from Palencia, who stays in the ball game for the Cubs, is fouled away 0-1 on Manny Machado. Machado 0 for 1 with a walk. That ball swung on and missed as Palencia gets it up to triple digits, up and in on Machado. 0-2. Well, it does look like the scoreboard is one pitch ahead of me. Maybe I should hang on the other screen. Another 3-digit fastball. That one's high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Up and in. Everything has been up to Machado here. It's a 2-2 count. There's one a little bit lower, and he fouls it off. Still 2-2. All right. Palencia leans in from the belt. The 2-2 to Machado. Again, 100-mile-an-hour heater, up and in, fouled away. You can see there the grouping of the pitches as Palencia is clearly hammering pitches up and in on Machado. Next pitch, check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Machado went around on that pitch and strikes out.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Nice piece of pitching there by Palencia. 1 away for Jackson Merrill. He's reached base both times so far, and he looks at a strike on a slider that broke onto the corner at the knees inside part of the plate. And he chases one upstairs. A fastball, triple digits. A half-hearted swing. It's 0-2, and the Cub fans are rising to their feet, even though there's just one out in the inning. Oh, you know it's playoff time, folks. They want a strikeout. The 0-2 to Merrill. Palencia holding the ball a long time. Here it is. Swing and a miss, and that's at 101. Good night, Jackson.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
My, oh my. Xander Bogaerts has also reached base both times. Couple of hits, including an RBI double, driving in the only Padre run of the game. He looks at a called strike. 2 down, nobody on. We're in the top of the 6th. That ball's lifted in the air, center field. Armstrong is on the track, and he makes the catch. Pete Crow Armstrong. And Palencia with a nice inning of work. The Cubs hold the lead. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Chicago 2, San Diego 1. Which, by the way, is the same scoreline that the Tigers defeated the Guardians by earlier today. And the Red Sox-Yankees game getting started in about an hour and 20 minutes. I'm sure that'll be a bore fest, right, everybody? I mean, who's watching that? Scott's a North Carolinian. I lived in the Raleigh, Chapel Hill area for a few years there, Scott. And I've been all over North Carolina. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere. Greensboro, Wilmington, Rocky Mount, Fayetteville. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere. Yeah, I've been all around North Carolina, man. I gotta tell you, so ABC and Hulu are like one and the same. Is that how it works? So if a show is on ABC, it's also on Hulu, or are they separate? Or I don't understand how American TV works anymore. I can't keep up with all these corporations that are like merged. Who's partnered with who? I can't keep up with this. I've been everywhere, man. Disney, ESPN, ABC, Hulu. Great. Did they also have the country's best yogurt? Make room for TCBY in that conglomerate? We are getting started in the bottom of the 6th. It's like 3 companies that own everything. Gee, and we wonder why, us regular folk are watching, the quality of life for regular folks declining while prices go up. Gee, I wonder why. Folks, maybe you shouldn't buy everything off of Amazon or at Walmart. Just saying. But it's convenient, BW. I can buy a t-shirt and a bowling ball in the same place. Well, Here's the problem. There used to be a t-shirt shop and a bowling place. Now they're no longer around because you wanted to get both at Walmart. And now your only choice is Walmart. Oops. Anywho. We got a base hit in the left field here by Michael Bush. A leadoff single for the Cubs. Adrian Morhone is on the pitch, the lefty for the Padres in relief. Nico Horner up. And he looks at a backdoor slider in there for strike one. Horner is 1 for 2. Swung on and fouled away. It's 0-2. Have they announced the starters for Game 2 tomorrow in this series? Anybody know? 'Cause everybody knows. I'll find it. Here, this pitch is up the middle and through. That is a base hit for Horner. 2 on, nobody out for the Cubs. They are threatening. They've already got a lead. And it looks like Dylan Cease will pitch for the Padres tomorrow, but the Cubs have not officially announced a starter. I was assuming maybe Shota Imanaga if he lined up. In my mind, he's their number 2 in the rotation, but I don't know when he last pitched. But the Cubs have basically known for a while where their spot in this playoff bracket was going to be. So they did have a little bit of time, I think, to line up their pitching ducks in a row the way they want to. There's a mound meeting right now for the Padres. Cubs have 2 on with nobody out in the bottom of the 6th. They lead it 2-1 here in Game 1 of this wild card round. Mason Miller, the flamethrower, who came over from the Athletics at the trade deadline, is up in the Padre bullpen. Things get different in October, even though it's still technically September. But Miller normally would not be up in the 6th inning. But the Padres cannot afford to go down more than this at this stage of the game, you would think. So he's ready to shut down a rally if need be. Ian Happ, switch hitter, now batting right-handed, fouls the first pitch from Morhone away. The count is 0-1. Happ is 0 for 2. Hit hard on the ground, but right to third. Could be 2. Machado to second for 1. Over to first. Around the horn. Double play. And that's how you kill a rally. Padres got just what they needed. A one-hopper right into the breadbasket of Machado. And they turned that double play like a clinic. Runner at third with 2 down for the Cubs. Kyle Tucker, the batter, he gets into 1. It's going to be a pop-up to center, though, and it will be caught by Merrill to end the inning. So Morhone works out of trouble. First and second, nobody out, a double play and a pop-up, and that's it. The Padres still trail it, though. Cubs lead it 2-1 as we now go to the 7th. That's Act 2, folks. Act 3 is coming up. So here, shifting gears. Let me see. So we got the big jug girl from Two Broke Girls. We got the Jenna Elfman from Dharma and Greg. It's been like 30 years since anybody cared. We got a home improvement reunion. Just look at the graphics. The show looks like it's AI. Everything looks AI now. Even the stuff that's real. I can't look at TV over there anymore. It's just it hurts my eyes. Everything. 911 Nashville. Okay. I'll pass. What's this show? Is that looks like Sweet D from Always Sunny. It can't be her though. All right, we got some girl dressed like she should be walking down the Vegas Strip, but she's in the middle of the desert with some dude in a suit. That looks stupid. All right, now we got some food. What is this? Why are we dipping these sandwiches in... I'm not going to even say what that looks like. That looks disgusting. Oh, here's some supplements. Hey, folks, take all these pills. All right. What else you got? Folks, remember the good old days where you watched commercials where they sold beer and cigarettes? How was that healthier somehow than whatever they're doing these days? Drew Pomeranz is on, the southpaw reliever for the Cubs. I believe Pomeranz was on the Padres just a season ago. Maybe even earlier this year. I want to say Pomeranz was on the Padres. Let me check. He's a Cub now. It's 1-0 on Ryan O'Hearn. He's 0 for 2. Next pitch, foul back, 0-2. Let's see where Pomeranz has been. He was on the Padres last... Well, here's the deal. He was out of the league for a while. This pitch is hit in the air to left center. Left fielder Happ is battling the wind, and he makes the catch. Boy, not routine at all. He had to go down to a knee and battle the wind. But Happ makes the catch and left for one out here in the top of the 7th. So, wow, Pomeranz has been around a long time. Broke in at 2011 with the Rockies. Had a couple of seasons in Oakland. Made his first stop in San Diego in 2016 for part of his season. Then was, I guess, traded to Boston. Spent some time there. Was with the Giants. He's been with the Brewers. Pitched with San Diego in 2020 and 2021. That is a strike to Gavin Sheets. And that is the second strike. It's 0-2 on Sheets. One out, nobody on for the Padres in the top of the 7th. Fouled back. It's 0-2. Boy, I tell you, San Diego missing the bat of that right-handed bat of Laureano. Fouled again. Still 0-2 on Sheets. Yeah, Pomeranz was not in Major League Baseball in the years 2022, 23, and 24. This is his comeback season, and he just missed a strike 3 right there. A little bit low, apparently. That might get a challenge next year when the ABS system comes into play. That ball's hit pretty well out to right center field. It's Suzuki in right. He makes the catch on the track. 2 down. Tucker DHing today. Remember when beer cans are made of steel? I remember when a lot of stuff was made out of stronger material. You know? Seems like everything's designed to break after X amount of time. Like the company actually sits down and goes, how often can we make somebody buy this thing? The perfect example is the computer or your phone or a car. Like these things, it's modern technology. As far as I know, a car that you bought in the 50s, if you took care of it, it'd last you 35 years if you wanted it to. Now what do you get out of the modern car? 5? Tops? Why is that? Pop up to center field. Crow Armstrong's going to make the catch and the inning is over. We go to the bottom of the 7th. The Cubs lead it 2-1, and it is 7th inning stretch time at Wrigley. So no Oriole tradition here. But I think my friend Harry is nearby. Harry, is there something you want to tell the kids?
All right. Let me hear ya. A 1. A 2, a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd.
I'm holding the mic out to the crowd right now.
For it's root for the Cubbies. If play don't win, it's a shame. For it's you're out at the old ball game. Oh! Let's get some runs.
Thanks, Harry. Appreciate it. What is this? Sensational, explosive, hard-hitting, inspiring, brilliant, extraordinary. Okay. The Smashing Machine. Eddie Vedder doing Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Let's go. So she said, I gotta take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back. For it's root for the home team. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. All right. Tough crowd. Mason Miller is in the pitch. And the count is 1-1 on Suzuki. Boy, when you do something like that and you don't get a single smile emoji, it hurts. It really lets you know you just put yourself out there and got nothing back. I guess things are different in the postseason. 1-2 the count on Suzuki. Pitch, fouled back, we'll do it again. I mean, folks, good grief. Kind of putting myself out here. Eddie Vedder's doing the 7th inning stretch. I break into an improv version of Eddie Vedder singing Take Me Out to the Ball Game. And I got zilch from this chat. Zilch. Maybe you guys are just spoiled. Swing and a miss. That is strike 3. Miller blows away Suzuki. Was that 103 on the gun? Whew. Mason Miller. What you gonna do? 103. That is a fever. See a doctor. Here is Carson Kelly. He's got a home run today. Right now, it stands as the game-winning hit. Gave the Cubs the 2-1 lead they currently own. Oh, you're more than welcome. The 1-0 is swung on a miss. 102 from Miller. I tell you. So, could be difficult for the hitters right now. The pitcher is pitching right out of the sunshine, straight into the shadows. That ball bounces in there. And did he swing at that? It is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Oh, wow. Look at this. A rare one of these guys. See you later. If there's any mods here, please just remove from channel stuff like that if you see it. Swing and a miss. That's another strikeout for Mason Miller. 2 down in the bottom of the 7th. Miller coming in and doing what he's paid to do. Throw really hard and get outs. Here's Pete Crow Armstrong. Hitless today. 102 swing and a miss. So can you imagine? You got a pitcher standing in the sunshine. He goes into his delivery. The ball comes out of his hand in the shadow at 102, 103 miles an hour. And you got to pick it up and do something with it. That pitch inside, the count 1-1. I know what it is, George. That stuff pops up on channels like this all the time. I've just been lucky to avoid it, but if one pops in like that today, then it could happen again. Something to look out for. And yeah, if you catch it, just go ahead and remove it. 1-2 swung on a miss. A pitch in the dirt. Pete Crow Armstrong absolutely tied up in knots on that pitch. Miller comes in and strikes out the side, I believe. Yep. That's what Mason Miller can do. It's a 1-run ball game, folks, and we are now going into the 8th inning. Now, these are bots that are designed to direct you to some stupid place. My colleague, Rising Rhino, has to deal with it with NFL games all the time. Oh, God, NFL, it's really bad. Like, what you see right there, instead of 3 in a row, it'll be like 8 in a row. And you get rid of it, and within 5 minutes, they're back. I'm happy to not put up with that on this channel. Been rare. All right, so I guess this guy is some kind of celebrity, or else why would we pay attention to him? He's drinking a Coca-Cola, and that's that commercial. I love doing my commercial analysis. All right, this guy has perfect old man gray hair, but not too old. This has to be a performance-enhancing drug commercial, right? Oh, he's got something on his arm. He's talking to his cat. What is this? This is progress, it says. It's a phone? What is this? A phone that you hook up to your body? All right, I'm done. I'm done. You call that progress? Hooking up a device to your skin that patches to your phone? No thanks. If that's your idea of progress, I'll stay Amish, I guess. I don't know. The Amish, they said, you know what? We're going to stop this whole progress thing with buttons. All right? That's where we draw the line. Loops and hooks. That'll do. This whole button thing is getting out of control. I think the Amish were on to something. Maybe they, they ducked out a little early. They could have stuck around at least for like original Nintendo or something. But I think I'm going to be like the next version of the Amish. I'm drawing the line right here. I'm done. I've got enough technology. Enough. Honestly. Yeah. Andrew Kittredge. Folks, you want an Oriole? You want a 2025 Oriole to look at? Kittredge is on the mound for the Cubs. Hi, Evan. I have no idea what the hell that has to do with a Cubs-Padres game, but it was nice talking to you. Boy, you really slowed down the stream today, Evan. Not quite sure how we're going to press on after that major interruption. Kittredge is on the pitch, and Fermin at the plate. The 1-2 is fouled away. We'll do it again. Kittredge was signed as a free agent by the Orioles this past winter. He started the season hurt. He made, I don't know how many appearances for Baltimore. I think somewhere around 20. Give or take. Traded at the deadline. And now a Cub in there with a 1-run lead here in the top of the 8th. Fermin fouls this pitch away. It's still 1-2. Next pitch. It's hit on the ground softly. Third base, Shaw throws in time, 1 away. We got ourselves a pitching duel here in game 1. And it has been advantage Chicago. Matthew Boyd giving up the 1 run. Nick Pivetta, the Padre starter, had the advantage through the first 4 innings, but gave up back-to-back solo home runs in the 5th. And the Cubs took the lead there 2-1, and that's where we're at. The bullpen for both sides, shutting both offenses down right now. Tatis looks at a 1-0 pitch, low and inside. It's 2-0. Tatis is 0 for 3. That one's a strike. Sinker, top half of the zone. Two balls, 1 strike. 1 out, nobody on. Called strike 2 as Kelly drops the pitch. Anybody going to go pick up that baseball? Why is everybody getting up on their feet? Just for, wow, Cub fans are locked in, folks. There's only 1 out in the inning. But 2 strikes is all it takes for Wrigley Field right now to get on their feet. They want to see Kittredge strike out Tatis. And he does with a slider, top of the zone looking. Sit down, Fernando.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Kittredge whips off a slider, top of the zone. Kind of a dangerous spot, honestly. throw that pitch. But Tatis was not expecting it, obviously. Here's a tapper foul by Arise. 1 strike on him. 2 down, nobody on in the 8th. Kittredge trying to keep it 2-1 Cubs. Chicago will have one more chance to get a little bit of insurance. Their bullpen today has retired all 10 batters they have faced. Arise shows bunt. Takes it back. The count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Arise is 0 for 3. Ball hit in the air towards center. Crow Armstrong right there to make the catch, and this 8th inning is over. Folks, this game is flying by. I'll tell you what, I might be able to get in a little bit of a nap before the sun comes up the way this is going. I feel like I've watched more commercials than I have baseball here in the past hour. Oh, great. Pete Davidson's going to be on Shark Tank. Wow. 2 stupid things that go stupidly together. What else do we have? Oh, Michael Strahan will be there. Well, kiss my grits. I'll have to tune in to Shark Tank, I guess. All right, now we have, again, this looks completely AI. There's cops standing in places that aren't real. None of this is real. None of this is real. Every shot I'm looking at in this ad for these, is this a cop show? It's all absolutely fake. Like shots that don't even need to be fake are fake. I'm done. I'm just done. I am so done. I mean, all right, how about this show? Could this be something worth watching? Wait, is that Ethan Hawke? All right, I'll give it a chance. Ethan Hawke will at least do something interesting, usually. So what is this? The Lowdown. All right. I'll give that one a chance. The Lowdown with Ethan Hawke. I'll look out for it. It's the only thing that's looked even remotely interesting. How's everybody doing? Folks, we've got likes up to 60. Do I hear 70? Come on. Help out the channel, why don't you? Maybe you just plain forgot. Call it a gentle reminder. Please tap that thumbs up at the bottom of your screen if you're listening or watching along. I see Alex Bregman in the batting cage, swinging the baseball bat in a promo for the upcoming Red Sox-Yankees game. So whoever reported that Bregman was not going to be available, once again, shocking news. Stop reading into some random stranger's post on a social media platform about a player, a star player, not being available when no legit outlet has reported it. Okay, just here's a line drive, base hit in the left field by Dansby Swanson. The Cubs looking for insurance and are off to a nice start to do it with a leadoff single by Swanson here in the bottom of the 8th. Estrada, the right-hander for the Padres, is now in the pitch. And Swanson wasted no time lining one in the left. Here is Matt Shaw. Could he be bunting? They bunted earlier in a spot like this. And he is showing bunt, but that pitch is high. He takes it back, Shaw. The count is 1-0. BW predicting another scenario to play out. A bunt. I think Shaw's going to try to do it again. 1-0 the count. He shows bunt. That is a called strike, and the umpire is absolutely bonkers. That pitch was 3 inches high, and I feel like if the batter had not shown bunt and just stood there, he would have just called it ball 2. But the count is 1-1. Bunt shown again. The pitch is low. 2-1. Estrada needs to understand the Cubs are trying to give him an out. The 2-1. That one is bunted. It's a fair ball on the first base side. The tag will be applied now. Oh, a fake throw. Swanson moves up to second base. The sacrifice is successful for the Cubs. They've now got a couple of shots at driving in that insurance run with the top of the order coming up here. Michael Busch coming up next. Head for the mountains of Busch beer.
Got Bush. We've got Bush.
Busch is 1 for 3. Padres have a mound meeting.
Who are you?
Take your time there, folks.
Let me have a Diablo sandwich of Dr. Pepper. Make it fast. I'm in a goddamn hurry.
Yeah, the O's should take notes on BW, Gary. Tell you what, I might be an amateur, but gee, I seem to know a thing or two about a thing or two, and I don't really get it. When it comes down to executing some fundamental, baseball fundamentals, it's just, I don't know. Hey, they're going to give a free pass here to Busch, and that sets up a double play situation with Nico Horner at the plate. 2 on, 1 out. Pitch to Horner is a strike on a slider outside edge. And they're walking Busch. Thank you, Chomas. Would you like to take over the play-by-play for us? Folks, Chomas will take you the rest of the way. The count is 0-1. Well, Chomas, you have to update us. All right, I guess he's given up. The count is 0-2 then on Nico Horner. That pitch bounces away, and both runners are going to move up. A wild pitch. And bad timing for the Padres on this one. That takes the conventional double play out of order and moves an additional runner into scoring position and moves the lead runner up to just 90 feet away, can score without the benefit of a hit. Just a terrible time for a wild pitch for the Padres. The 1-2 to Horner. That ball's in the air. That's going to drive in a run. Merrill is going to catch it. Here comes the throw in. Here comes the runner, and it's cut off. It eventually gets to the catcher, but Dansby Swanson will score, and there's your insurance run right there. Horner and Swanson high-fiving each other as Horner gets the sac fly. Swanson scores the run. It's 3-1 Cubs in the bottom of the 8th. It's almost like knowing how to do little things like this is what can win you playoff games. Baltimore, pay attention. Because if we're getting back to October next year, it's not going to be thinking about 2025 and how bad it was. It's going to be thinking about 23 and 24 and how bad our postseasons were. We got to do better. I know, right, Joel? It is, again, I'm sitting here talking about modern technology and being, basically assaulted by modern American advertising. It's an assault on the senses. It really is. So yeah, it's nice to see something that reminds you of the good old days. Folks, I am the oldest 48-year-old on the planet. Did you know that? For 48 years old, I have the mentality of someone who's about 256. Back in my day, we used to go outside and play. Hey, there's a JJ raid. How you doing, folks? Doug, Bam Man. Hello, everybody. Hey, do me a favor while you're here, JJ folks. This is the Bird Watcher. We do Orioles games, but we do other stuff too. We're friends with JJ and vice versa. So please, if you haven't already, subscribe and like this channel, and we'll return the favor back to JJ. That's a BW promise. The Cubs have taken a 3-1 lead here. Insurance run in the bottom of the 8th. Pitching change for the Padres. It's veteran left-hander Wandy Peralta. 3.14 ERA on the season. Made 71 appearances. Thanks again. Please, for those who came over for the raid, when you go back, please let JJ know I said thanks. Cub fans are on their feet, folks, with 2 down. Michael Bush at second base. And the first pitch from Peralta is inside by a bunch to Ian Happ. Happ is 0 for 3. 0 for 2 from the left side, 0 from 1 from the right side, where he's hitting now. That is strike 2. Excuse me. I guess the first pitch was a ball? My apologies. 1 ball, 1 strike. Next pitch. Inside, 2-1. Likes 2-100, says Joel. I'm down. Thanks again, JJ, for the raid. 2-1 pitch. Fouled away. And folks, if you're watching along with me and had not been around JJ's channel before, what are you waiting for? Play-by-play with JJ. Like and subscribe his channel and his content, please. 2-2 on Happ. Pitch. Outside, full count. Cub fans are making noise. Lots and lots of noise at Wrigley. The payoff pitch, swung on and missed, a changeup on the outside edge, and the inning is over. The Cubs, though, get a big insurance run. Big difference between a 1-run lead and a 2-run lead. They've got a 2-run lead going into the 9th. Who will they bring out to close this? I really don't know. Palencia came in early in the ballgame. He's their team leader in saves. Anybody got any idea? Let's see. Cubs pitching. Hey, hey, holy mackerel. No doubt about it. The Cubs are on their way. Ryan Presley, maybe? Is he healthy? He's got 7 holds and 5 saves. Kittredge already pitched. Palencia already pitched. I guess if he's healthy on the roster, I'm guessing. I am guessing Ryan Presley to close. Former Astro. Hey, folks, the Astros didn't make the playoffs this season. That was nice. Oriole fans, we're not the only team that, disappointed this year. It's nice not being the only one. And I would expect other teams that disappointed this season aren't all going to just continue to be bad. I think the Braves will bounce back. I think the Astros will have a good shot at making the playoffs next year. Maybe they are on the decline with that whole sort of championship series dynasty that they were going with there for many years. But, there's still a team with a lot of good talent there. The Mets, on the other hand, and that ridiculous payroll and everything else, I don't know. Manny Machado will lead it off, and it is Mitch Keller. Now, he's typically a starter, is he not? Or is this a different Keller? Oh, it's Brad Keller. Okay, forgive me. Brad Keller, 2.07 ERA. He has 25 holds on the season. So normally he's an 8th inning guy. Manny Machado at the plate fouls this one back. It's 0-2. Cub fans rising to their feet with every 2-strike count. The 0-2 pitch, that one's way outside. Keller on the regular season went 69 2/3 innings with a .98 whip. And 25 holds, which tied him with Caleb Teobar for the team lead. Teobar the lefty, so I guess Keller would set up whenever righties were due up, and Teobar whenever lefties were due up. Here's a little tapper to short. Swanson should be routine. It is. Machado is retired for the first out in the 9th inning. Cub fans, on this glorious looking afternoon here in the north side of Chicago, packed house here at Wrigley, 2 outs away from a Game 1 victory in this wild card round, setting up for an elimination game tomorrow. Here's a ball hit to center field pretty well. Crow Armstrong on the warning track makes the catch right in front of the ivy. 2 down. That was Jackson Merrill making a bid. But his counterpart in center field, Pete Crow Armstrong, once again, if it's reachable, he's going to get it. Xander Bogaerts is up, 2 down, and he needs to get on base in order for the Padres to get the tying run up. If he does get on base, where are we? I was going to say, isn't Ryan O'Hearn due up after that? He is. So how interesting would that be? Bogaerts, what's going on? I'm sorry, I looked away. Bogaerts appear to have an issue with the ump, and now the manager is out. Did Bogaerts get tossed? There is a first pitch strike that I missed, and I guess Bogaerts was unhappy with the call. It looks like things are calming down here. Let's see. I apologize for missing this. Oh, Bogarts wanted to step out of the box. The umpire never granted time. And then Keller was about to go into his windup, and then I guess they called the penalty for taking too much time on the batter. So the batter is hit with a strike. The hitters have to abide by their own pitch clock rules as well. And Bogarts. Now, wait a minute. Did they take that strike back? Did the umpire just cancel everything that just happened? Because now I'm not seeing a count at all. It looks like there's no count. Did they just rescind the call? Okay. At least the umpires apparently figured out their own mistake. The count is now 1-0 on Bogarts. That first pitch missed. And now a swing and a miss makes it 1-1. 2 down in the ninth. Bogarts just needs to get on base any way he can. Got to get O'Hearn up to the plate. There's a ground ball foul, and the Padres are down to their final strike. I'm going to take it over here just in case a spoiler might ruin this final play here. 1-2 pitch. That one bounces in there and the backstop. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 3-1 Cubs. The pitch. That one's just fouled at the plate. Bogarts stays alive. Folks, I want Bogarts to get on. I love the idea of Ryan O'Hearn coming up to the plate as the tying run. The 2-2 pitch. Swing! Oh, I can't believe he got a piece. I was ready to say swing and a miss. That ball was going to bounce off the plate, and Bogarts somehow fouled it away. Still 2-2. Fans on their feet everywhere. The 2-2. Called strike 3. Outside edge at the knees. And that's how this one ends. Bogarts caught looking in the ballgame. Keller gets the save, and the Cubs take game 1 in this 3-game wild card, best of 3. They only need to win 1 more. They can move on to the division round tomorrow with a victory. And they will be facing Dylan Cease of the Padres. Padres in a win or go home situation. Just like that. It was a low scoring affair. The Cubs with 3 runs on 6 hits. They made 1 error. The Padres 1 run, just 4 hits, no errors. Matthew Boyd, the winning pitcher, I believe. No, it's Palencia. That's right. Boyd couldn't go 5 innings. Palencia gets the win, going an inning and 2/3, striking out a couple of batters and giving up nothing. Nick Pivetta takes the loss. It's kind of a tough luck loss. Back-to-back hitters. Gave up a couple of solo shots that turned a 1-0 lead into a 2-1 deficit, and that cost them not only in the moment, but the entire ball game. And the loss goes to Pivetta. Keller with the save. The homers Chicago had in the 5th inning were from Seiya Suzuki and Carson Kelly. Nico Horner added a sac fly, scoring Dansby Swanson in the 8th inning to get that insurance run. And the lone run for the Padres came in the top of the second on an RBI double by Xander Bogaerts, scoring Jackson Merrill. Both teams used 4 relievers. And yeah, that's pretty much the story for this one. The Cubs win a low-scoring game in front of 39,000 plus. Time of the game, my goodness, just 2 hours and 25 minutes, folks. I mean, I've played tennis matches that have lasted longer than that. And I'm only talking about 3 setters. I mean, yeah, it had a tiebreaker that lasted forever, but the point is, it's a short ball game today, which will give people plenty of time to rest up for the upcoming Yankees-Red Sox game. What just happened? My phone died. Well, it sounds like you know what just happened. Your phone died. What just happened? I had a heart attack. What? The game's over, Fitz. The Cubs win 3-1. Take game 1 and have a chance to move on tomorrow.
Sorry, Charm City chat. Sorry.
Folks, Thomas Fitzpatrick, another play-by-play YouTuber. Check out his channel as well, and you can find it just by clicking on his name right there in the chat. It'll say go to channel. You click on it, and you go. Click and go. Right, so for game 2 tomorrow, same start time as today. The Padres have Dylan Cease, and the Cubs have yet to announce their starter. They probably will here very shortly. Like literally before I even sign off, they might have named tomorrow's starter. But I don't know at the moment.
Sorry, Charm City chat. Sorry.
I'll go over to the Cubs Twitter page. Maybe they broke something. There is a small chance that info has just gotten released. Nope. Not yet. But if I had to guess, assuming that he's pitching on normal rest or enough rest, that Shota Imanaga would be the next guy up in the rotation in terms of, who's their number 1, who's their number 2. I think Imanaga would be next, but we don't know. What's going on? Anything else, Charm City chat? It is, I think it's time for me to sign off. I think that's about it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. All right, here's what we're going to do. Wow, almost got up to 2,000 views today, but a lot of people who just clicked on, apparently watched for a minute and got the hell out of here. Folks, is there something about the way my coverage went today that you think would turn people away this quickly? Because, the play calling is on point, right? Is it the look of the whole thing? What do you think it is? I've never seen such a low average view time per view. It's like less than half than normal. So a lot of people, what this tells me is a lot of people that normally don't find my channel found it today, but decided, nah, not for me. How do I appeal to those people tomorrow? I'm going to have to work on it. Maybe I'll wear something a little skimpier. Just show off a little flesh. You got to do what you got to do, folks. Get the people in here. Maybe instead of having myself on screen, I'll just have like a photo of Sydney Sweeney sitting here. And that'll pump the numbers up nice and easy. And that way I don't have to be on camera. Everybody wins. I'll work on it, folks. All right. That's going to do it for me. The Cubbies. Cubs win. Cubs win. Cubs win. Hey, Fitz, you still listening to this? Where you at, buddy?
Sorry, Charm City chat. Sorry. Sorry, Charm City chat. Sorry.
Fitz, I saw you saying something about, the show. But your Red Sox are playing the frickin' Yankees in like 20 minutes, so how the hell is that supposed to work? Clearly, that's the priority, right? You're going to watch that game, if not call it, right? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Here's Ryan Sandberg.
We can do that after my stream. Well, we might. We'll see how I'm feeling. Okay? Okay. Drugs are bad. Okay.
Andre Dawson's at the plate. Here's Andres Galarraga.
That's my favorite name Harry Carey would pronounce, Andres Galarraga. I swear, the first time, I remember, I think Galarraga was an Expo first. It was Cubs Expos. It was Cubs Expos. I want to say it was like 87, maybe 88. And it was like a debut game for. And Harry Carey, you just know, like, if a new player showed up in the lineup, it's not like Harry. You think Harry Carey would be like a basement nerd, like looking up AAA stats from other teams and who their next big player? I mean, no. Harry's like, give me the lineup card. Who's playing here? All right, I heard of him. I never heard of. Here's Andres Close enough, Harry. Close enough. As long as you got the Gala in there, I think we can figure out the rest. Right?
Mark Rafe. Hey, everybody. Here's Sean Dunston. Mickey Morandini coming up.
You need a phlegm filter? Yeah, I better check the windscreen sock on my mic after doing Harry talk. Are we dry? I think we're dry. Get a little closer with Arid Extra Dry. How dry I am. Nobody knows how dry I am. Hey, folks. I'm just chilling like Bob Dylan. Hey. Stuck inside of Mobile with the Memphis Blues again. Oh, Grandpa died last week. Hey, folks, what if I did an entire game called like Bob Dylan? How quickly would you check out? How would you feel to call a game in Dylan's voice if you had no other choice? All right, I guess it's time to go. Tough crowd today. Good grief. You guys stink. All right, folks. Good luck finding live entertainment better than this for the rest of the day. You're not. You're not. You're not. I didn't even know I did a McCartney. When did I do a McCartney?
I wouldn't even know what he talks like. I would just do like a sort of a generic Liverpool accent. Sort of a generic Liverpool accent, and perhaps it sounds like Sir Paul. Now, if you want me to talk like Tom Waits, that's a completely different story. Because the piano has been drinking. Okay?
All right. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? The dislike button might be spiked a lot. Yeah. Well, so's your drink, young man.
Sorry, Charm City chat. Sorry, Charm City chat. Sorry.
All right. I've done enough futzing around. I hope you guys come back tomorrow for Game 2, Electric Boogaloo. Until then, this has been the Birdwatcher, and I will chirp at you later. Final score, Cubs 3, Padres 1. The Cubs... Did I just disconnect? I was... Okay, apparently I'm reconnected. As I am going into my sign-off sentence, the stream apparently disconnected and reconnected. So I'll try it again. Folks, thanks for being here. Thanks to the mods for the work. Thanks for hitting the like button. Come on back tomorrow for Game 2. The Cubs lead at 1-0 and can clinch things tomorrow. The Padres are looking to even it up. 2:50 p.m. Eastern, the stream will start. First pitch a little after 3. Come on back then. Until then, it's been the Birdwatcher, and I will chirp at you later. Take it easy, everybody. And go to Fitzy's. Fitz, you want to drop a link? You can. I would advise you to do it quickly. If you want to redirect, instead of me doing it, why don't you throw in the link to your own thing? If you want, maybe some folks will follow you over there. Or you could just say, no problem, don't worry about it. And then I can sign off now. You could let me know what you're doing. Instead of just leaving me hanging, I'm trying to help you! Fitz! Oh, for Christ's sake. I got to go in here. This kid, I tell you what. Got to go in here and do the work for him to set him up for his own extra audience supplied by me because I'm a swell guy. I tell you what. I mean, the game, I don't know when you're starting your stream. I don't know if you're starting at the top of the hour or not. I don't know anything. Is this it? Is this game 1? Is this game 2? Game 1 live, wildcard. Okay. Looks like I got it in the system. Yeah, I got to do everything, Joel. I got to do everything. Hey, you know what? If I ride the clock for another 80 seconds, it'll be a 3-hour stream. And then I can pat myself on the back for that. So let's just ride this clock out, folks, with a nice trip down memory lane from the Yankees.
There's the 1-2. Line to right center field. There's a base hit. And that one gets away from Jazz. Another run is in. More bad defense from the Yankees. It's 7-0. Jazz could have handled the throw coming in from the outfield. And just like that, it is a 7-0 ball game. I just fucking take the whole team off the field, man. Take the whole team off the field. Take the whole team off the field. Take them all. Get them all fucking out of here. I'm so done. I can't even look at this anymore, man. I can't look at this shit anymore. This is pathetic. This is truly disgusting. This is disgusting.
All right. That leaves 20 more seconds to kill. We got a short one.
The 3-2 pitch. Hit in the air to right field and deep. And the Mets have taken the lead. Fuck this team.
This has been the Bird Watcher, and I will chirp at you later. See you tomorrow, everybody.